I don't agree.
This recording of transcript starting by you, we've asked everyone if they'll agree to the recording transcription. That's a, but it won't let me share, right? Or will it? Change one. Yep. Okay. Okay, thanks Tanya and Yuzazar for joining my meeting on building my emotional intelligence. As you know, I'm doing a training course through WeBuild, and the first module is around emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence, as can be seen in this screen. So emotional intelligence works around self-awareness, so my awareness of my own emotions, and then the management of those emotions, and then the social awareness, so understanding different social settings, different cultural backgrounds, having the awareness of how they may interpret me from what I guess from their own cultural way and how to approach those situations, and then relationship management. So how I would talk to someone who may not, who may or may not interpret what I'm saying the way I'm meaning to say it, right? So it's just having a better understanding. Number one is of my own emotions. So by recognising my own emotions, then I can look for triggers that change my emotions, might make me angry or, and part of growing this intelligence is understanding my triggers, either removing myself from a situation that's going to trigger an emotional reaction from me, or maybe even just pausing that conversation and saying, hey, can we talk about it in 10 minutes so I know that I can calm down and come back type thing. No, obviously I wouldn't say that to people, but it's just those sort of understandings of myself. So we just don't go through life as we are, you know, and not thinking of the others around me, and also how we want to be seen by others around us. So, and then obviously understanding my team's emotions and their triggers will help me to ensure they get the best out of themselves by interacting and managing them in a way that best suits them. Yeah, so as you know, I'm a bit of a person who will give you a pat on the back, but not everyone is appreciative of a touch, or and it's a tone of what you use, how direct you can be to some people and not others. So these are all areas of emotional intelligence, trying to adapt to everyone. So as part of this, I did my own personal emotional intelligence assessment, which I sent to you in the meeting invite, and just asked that you have a read through, and I'll value your feedback on that. So I'll just bring that one up. Is there any discussion points you want to ask about on the emotional intelligence theme, or you know, do you feel like that you know maybe ways that you prefer to be spoken to, or anything like that?
I think in this work environment that we have so many people from different cultures that it's a learning curve, because obviously, as you said, touching or tone is so how one person from one culture will take it compared to another one. So you've got to be really, I think you've got to be more mindful in this environment with your emotional intelligence about which way you can go.
Yeah.
And it is a hard.
Totally agree.
You know, obviously what I might think is funny, you take as an insult. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
It is, I suppose in the world that we live in today, there are so many mixed cultures as well. So what I may take as offensive isn't offensive by them. So it's a tough one.
Yeah.
Very, very tough one.
Definitely. And important, to try and keep a somewhat harmonised work environment. It's definitely, I'll find it very important. Okay, so we'll go through the assessment tool. Okay, so with the self-awareness section, my first category, I guess my first question is, I recognise my emotions and their effect. So I see that as that I often do recognise my emotions and their effects. I probably, this may be after it's happened, but the key is to try and get it before. But and then we've got actually assess personal strengths. I accurately assess my personal strengths and weaknesses. I put sometimes there. Identify triggers that lead to negative emotions. And I said often, and I lose my temper when I'm frustrated. And I said sometimes. So having worked with you both for, Tanya's 6 months closely and Itaza's over 12 months, how would you see that I've responded to that? Do you see, what's your feedback on that first one?
I think I agree with everything but number 2, which is I accurately assess personal strength and weakness. I think you do that often. I think that's one of your strong points.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say sometimes, I'd say often.
For me as well, the second point, I will go with often.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for the fourth one, it's been a very rare chance that I have seen you losing your temper. You're frustrated.
You've got to be pushed.
Yeah. So.
I think my losing of temper is not often in front of the person who I'm angry with.
That's right.
Yeah.
I may lose my temper and you see it, but it's not directed at you.
Yeah.
But you take this that when I think one of your biggest, strongest points is that when you've tipped over the edge, your temper's there, you'll remove yourself from the situation. Whether it's going into the kitchen, going to the bathroom, going for a walk. So you know how to regulate it.
Yeah. Cool, thanks. That's good. Positive. Then that leads on to the next one, which is the self-regulation. That I stay composed when I'm under pressure. I stay positive when under pressure. I manage my impulsive feelings and distressing emotions, and I take full responsibility for my behaviour and performance. Do you have difference from what I've put there for my own self-assessment?
For number 4, I take for my behaviour and performance. I think you always do. You always take ownership of behaviour.
Yeah.
For number 1, 2, and 4, I will go with always. And for the third one, I will go with often.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So then social awareness. So as you touched on, Tanya, we do have quite a few different cultures here in our team from vastly different regions of the world, and it does show in the trainings that there's definitely regions that kind of, it's not that everyone's the same in that culture, right? Or region, but there's definitely a distinction that shows.
Yeah.
So we've obviously got the guys from like the Oceanic region, from Samoa and Tonga, and then we've got obviously the guys from Pakistan, India, and then some locals and obviously Europeans. So there's Europeans from certain areas can be seen as a lot like ourselves, but then everyone else is quite different. So on this one, we've got the sensing and understanding others' emotions, needs and perspectives, take an active interest in their concerns. I actively listen and seek to understand other people's perspectives. I leverage diversity, recognise uniqueness as a gift and harness existing abilities. And I can tell if someone is upset or unhappy with me. So that's obviously mine, where I put often for most of them, with the third one sometimes. So I'll, like, Isazar, what would your comments be to this one?
So for the first one and third one, I will go with often. And the second and fourth, I will go with always. As I've been working with you for more than 12 months, so I have seen, like, you can tell anytime, like, if I'm angry or unhappy or whatever is wrong with me, you can tell it properly and clearly. So I will give you always for these two.
And Tanya?
I think always the number one, and understanding others' emotions. Like, you have that ability to be able to, obviously, as Indisar said, sense if someone emotions are down, and you take an active interest in their concerns, whether it's from not just a work situation, it could be from a home situation. For example, a lot of the team here are from Pakistan. If something happens at home with their family, they know they can reach out to you, and you actively take concern and you follow up with that concern so that they know that someone's got their back or someone does care. So I could always for that one.
Thanks. And then it's into relationship management. So I manage and resolve conflict well. I promote collaboration and cooperative team efforts. My leadership inspires and models respect and positive regard to others, and I influence and lead others effectively. Yeah, so I put sometimes for most of them, and then I manage and resolve conflict well as an often. In our workplace, we don't have a lot of conflict. I mean, there's people who get disappointed or upset, but one-on-one conflicts aren't always there. We've had it a couple of times, which, you know, I feel that I can soften a situation quickly and try and get a resolution. But what did you think of the period that you've been here, Sonia, on that one?
I put often for everything.
Okay.
And I think definitely for promote calibration and cooperative team effort as well. Not just with your direct reports. I think also working with the warehouse accounting team as well is making sure that we've got that collaboration and cooperative team effort as well, because I mean, we do cross over all the time with our work.
Yep.
And making sure that everybody understands and works together, and to know what effect it has on you, let them know what effect it has on their workload as well.
Yeah.
You take ownership.
For me, I will go with always for first and the third point. I have seen many cases in which you like jumped in and tried to resolve the conflict between even for the outside of the team as well.
Yeah.
And for the second and fourth, I will go with often. And also, like, for your leadership, I have given you always, because your leadership, by seeing you, like, I have seen to be like positive in every scenario, even under pressure or whatever this scenario is, how to be like strong and be positive. So that's the good thing for me. You inspire me. Yep.
Thank you. That's really good. I mean, we always downgrade ourselves a little bit, so it was good to hear the positive feedback and honest feedback. As you guys know, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all my team. So to hear your feedback is really appreciated. And so then from this, I've moved on to the EI improvement plan. So this is obviously just for myself. So I just put in through there my strengths are sensing and understanding others' emotions, which is what you touched on, Tanya, and that I take full responsibility for my behaviour and performance. Yeah, and I would push that to I take full responsibility for my team's behaviour and performance as well, right? If you ever get yourself into a pickle, then I'm the first one to take hold of that and get it sorted out. And then areas of improvement is my losing of temper when I'm frustrated, and I manage impulsive feelings and distressing emotions well. So the temper thing, again, it's not something that I lose in front of people generally. It's just something that build like that I definitely do. And like you say, but I know the triggers and I know how to fix it, which is by going for a walk, move myself in the situation. But these are all things that I want to work on. So from that, I identified at least 3 potential sources of the emotional stress at work. So management not listening to or supporting my ideas, being micromanaged, and workers not following instruction. Yeah, and how these ones make me feel, which is probably obvious to you guys, but angry and not important, which I think most people would feel when their management don't listen, support them. Micromanage, which means you're undervalued, and I feel like I'm lacking experience. And then workers not following instruction is obviously annoys me, and it feels like I'm wasting my time to create the processes and procedures to help them. And then how I want to respond more appropriately. So I guess instead of the first one, just taking it and letting it bubble up inside me, I should request feedback as to why I'm not listened to. And obviously the second one, ask the micromanager why they feel the need to micromanage me, so I can try to improve in those areas if appropriate. And then again, explain that there are procedures available to follow, and ask why they aren't following them. Any comments on those ones?
I think number 2 is extremely hard because it's all different types of management styles. Sometimes we have to adjust to them, but again, that conversation sometimes helps us to understand their management type as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we all know that we feel we're being micromanaged, and it does. It gives you that whole effect of, am I not doing my job properly?
Yeah.
Do you not think that I understand what I'm doing?
Yeah. Which makes you lose your confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's a lot of impacts.
Yeah.
Yeah, which hopefully I don't make you feel that way, but if I do, I'll really love you to tell me, because that's
I can assure you don't micromanage the
okay, and then from that, include at least 2 broad improvement objectives, corresponding strategies and actions to implement the planned strategies. So stay calm when in a situation that heightens my emotions. So by doing that, I can do some mindfulness, taking short walks, taking time out somewhere, and actions I can implement. So I've got an app called the Insight Timer, which can give you as short as like a 3-minute meditation or breathing exercise, even shorter probably, that I exercise and then take proper breaks throughout the day, which a lot of us don't. And then better relationships with co-workers. Probably won't have a spell on that one. Take more time to have conversations with people. I find that sometimes I don't take the time to have conversations with people. I mean, generally I do, but especially with my own team, I feel, but not maybe those outside people. And then, so I'm doing that, just spending more time talking to those outside my team to grow an understanding of them and their situation. That helps in a work environment as well. So if you guys, see situations where things aren't going my way and I'm not responding as well, maybe just remind me of my strategies I have here to help implement them.
I think we do that, don't we? What's for lunch today, Jackie? Do we need to go to shops today?
Do we need some chocolate? Normally the comment. Okay, so thanks for your feedback throughout my presentation. I appreciate it. There may be more in the future. I will send out an email after this discussion, just with some of the findings, and then this will be presented to the teacher for this course. Thanks for your time.